have to walk. Unfortunately, for the way that this setup here is at Wesclin, like the long jump pins down there, the high jumps down here, and the shot puts down here. So I'll try to make it as convenient as I can as we walk around. First things first, for a proper warm-up, what we're starting to find out, coaches, is that you are better off doing dynamic warm-ups with athletes. Not as much, okay, bend over and let's touch our toes. What we're finding out through research and kinesiology is that that's better for a cool down, which I'll also talk about. So after your athletes, after you've had a practice, it's better to actually slow stretch afterwards as opposed to in the beginning. So what's the alternative? What can we do to do dynamic stretching? For a basic dynamic warm-up, it should only take about 5 minutes. It should be really quick moving, as quick as you can, and obviously depending on the ability of the athletes. But just to, I guess, give you a couple quick ideas and a basis of where you can start with this. So for instance, for us, we do a 10 yards. 10 yards is all we need, and we'll go as fast as we can. So if this was our starting point, we'll do 10 yards of high knees, okay? So most athletes know how to do that, but just basic high knees for 10 yards. Once they make their way down there, I guess. So if I'm doing high knees, it's just, okay, 10 yards, and get down here. And what we want to do is we want to go as quick as we can, like I said, or we're kind of defeating the purpose of warming up. If they get down to this end and they stand for, the athletes are standing for 5 minutes, we're not really getting anything accomplished. So then we can do maybe butt kicks on the way back. So when I say kick my butt, I'm just going to kick my heels to my butt on the way back. Same thing, make sure we're moving as fast as we can. And you can start switching up depending on what your athlete what their event is too. So if I want some upper body movement for guys that are, athletes that are throwing softball or baseball or doing the shot put, we can do karaoke or just a side shuffle. Again, depending on the ability of your athletes. So a side shuffle, just a simple shuffle down. You can do the same thing back, okay? If your athletes are able, you can do what they call karaoke, and that we can get some upper body rotation in. So it's just a simple cross, over, over. So it's just crossing my feet as I go, but I can get some twist in my upper body as I go, okay? Again, those are for your guys that want to be throwing shot put. You want to get some upper body movement in there as well. The most important thing is, this is a warm-up. I'm breathing heavy and I barely have done anything. I'm out of shape, but the athletes should be getting warmed up. Like I said, this should be as quick as you possibly can. I try to keep this portion of, I guess, my talk here pretty basic because I feel like most of these exercises, a majority of the coaches will know. It's just a matter of picking, hey, let's pick 10 of these warm-ups. Let's do it as quick as we can, and let's move out. As Justin had mentioned earlier, practices should be short. Long extended practices, and I tell the last clinic I did as well, at the college level even, we get out of there in 50 minutes. That's college athletes. It's the same thing I coach football with University of Belleville. Hour-and-a-half practices. Why? We go as hard as we can, we're as organized as we can, and we do it in an hour-and-a-half. 3 hours, athletes can't obtain, their attention span doesn't last that long. It's just not an effective way to handle it, okay? So warm-up, that's what I would suggest. Quick, fast movements, make sure they're going through it quickly, and then move on to the next thing. For your cool down, so if we've had a practice for 50 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever it may be, that's when they're suggesting now that you start slowing things down, and we participate in what would be slow twitch muscles to react to those. So a basic, touch my toes, and maybe a stretch out, again, touch my toes. You can do upper body at that point, shoulder cross, arm across again, my upper body. All your regular stretches that hold those for the end of practice. In the beginning, we want the athlete to be sweating and warmed up. 8 questions about any of that. Like I said, this is, I try to keep this, I guess, the most basic. One, because I like the athletes to be able to participate and have a couple trial runs as we go through the specific events. Any questions on that at all? Okay, so I guess the best way to probably do this is